Okay, guys, we're back. Like I said,
Yeah.
it was probably like 20 seconds for you guys, but it was over 2 weeks for us.
Yeah. You lucky,
Mhm.
you lucky sons of bitches.
I know.
Wait a minute.
Time works differently here in the BrobusCast dimension than it does for the real world.
Yeah.
Y'all better
Yeah.
be freaking grateful.
I know the lengths we went to for this episode. Y'all better fucking watch.
Yep.
Anyway, but we let our previous guests go, and we brought in we brought in our current. I don't. Where am I going with this? We brought in a new guy.
Yeah.
We have another guest here to talk about this upcoming episode. Sean, say hello.
Hello, I know I'm not as cool as the last guest you guys had, but I hope I shall entertain you at the very least.
Hey, you're cool.
You are
Mike.
cool. You're very cool. You're a good friend of the show, and that is why you are getting to sit in the golden couch. Because I replaced the golden chair with the golden couch.
Exactly. But yeah,
Yeah,
I'll ever
yeah,
get.
no, I-
I'll get this. Yeah.
I legit do like what you guys are doing with your new layouts and everything, though. Like, overall,
Mhm.
I think it is pretty awesome that you're doing this. And
Thank you.
also, you're
Thank you.
almost at 100 episodes, and I'm super excited for you guys. I just,
Oh God!
Before we get at each other's throats, obviously, Brobuscus, I just want to prematurely congratulate you on that.
Yeah, we're on episode 98 now. That's insane.
Oh my God!
Oh,
This
goodness.
is we're so.
Bro, after
Yeah,
the first ever Independent Death Battle season ends, you'll be on episode 100. That's actually kind of cool.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good timing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Um,
our 100th episode is literally right after this year's finale.
Yep,
Yeah.
and we'll
We're
try
gonna
and
get
make
drunk.
it special.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna
for
get drunk and party. Hell yeah. No, well, maybe not drunk.
What are we gonna do for it? I don't freaking
I
know. I don't
I'll
freaking
figure
know.
it
That's a future us problem. Current us
Yeah.
has a different problem to talk about.
Yes, that being our next matchup, which oh boy, can I gotta say, where the hell did this come from?
Well, I mean, we were. I say we, but I mean other people. Everyone was asking for an episode that wasn't revealed on the Kickstarter, so here you go.
There you go. We technically got 2 in a row.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, technically it's 2 in a row.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even though this does hit another one of our Kickstarter milestones, so there's that.
Yeah.
Because well, we should probably stop lollygagging around it, because this is a very interesting one. So, if I may, our next time on Death Battle, we have Dante Sparta versus Clive Rossfield.
What's this?
What?
A non-Final Fantasy VII character? What kind of uncharted territories are we getting ourselves into?
Yeah, surprise! There's actually other Final Fantasy games aside from 7. Death Battle finally realized that. The character development, it's real. Hell yeah!
They skipped 9 other games to get to the most recent one, because we talked. By the time this goes up, we talked about it on Lads. Clive's broken a record, baby.
Mm-hmm.
He has.
He is now the most recent Death Battle combatant by release date. He beat
his
Traveler.
Game came out, sorry, ZDogg, but his game came out in June of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So who did he beat? He beat Traveler, you said?
Well, no,
ZDogg?
I was good. I was gonna jokingly say he beat Traveler before they even got their episode.
So what you're saying is we got Clive in Death Battle before we got GTA 6. Got it?
Yep.
Yes,
think,
that is also another way to put it.
Shout out to Ethan, by the way, and the Death Battle Mira Hayes wiki team. I think it was like
Yeah.
Koopa General, technically.
Oh yeah, there was also Koopa General if you want to count that, and Bowser Eggman. So
Oh, okay.
so Clive beats. No matter what, Clive beats that. So for him.
It's very interesting.
And unless a certain somebody gets on, I don't see that record breaking anytime soon.
Probably not, but hey.
The reaction to Clive has been very interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
The
I was
way I
gonna-
describe it, it's similar to how people reacted to Buffy, but not because of like she seems more obscure nowadays. It's more so because he just still is considered fairly recent.
Yes. Well, it is that case of who is Clive,
Yeah.
because
I made the joke twice, but I guess my mic didn't pick it up. Like you're saying like the reaction to Clive has been interesting. I'm just here like who?
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. Yeah, who? Clive who?
The mic is a little fuzzy. I don't know what's going on.
No, it's okay.
Oh, good. But yeah, I mean, hey, you know. Oh my gosh, people wanted a Final Fantasy that's not 7, but when they get it, they don't know who the hell it is. Great job, community.
People were like, "Oh, it's gotta be Lightning." Surprise, it's Clive.
Yeah. Which,
Yeah,
I
a lot of
mean,
people
you
thought it was
know,
Lightning.
I mean, considering who's animating this episode, I thought it would have been as well, but you know, whatever.
No, well, it's funny considering who's animating this episode. It's not the matchup that I think most people would have associated with him.
It's so
Nope.
funny because
Then-
it's like, okay, so it's Torian, by the way. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, surprise! Torian's
That's
back.
correct.
This is his matchup. This is his episode.
But it's so funny because like the two most popular guesses for Torian were Shulk versus Lightning and Nero versus Hellboy. We don't
Yep.
have either of those, but hey, we got Devil May Cry
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
And Final Fantasy.
Torian's like, "I see your ideas. How about I mix them both instead?"
There you go.
That is a good idea, and it's so a lot of people don't know, but Torian actually is a big fan of this matchup. In fact, he appeared on a Death Battle cast to talk about it.
Yep. I was gonna say, you mentioned it, like, what episode even was it? Was it in one of Clive's
Yeah, it was,
DB cast?
Clive versus Aaron Yates.
But- 5 Aaron here? Yeah, okay. I was gonna say.
Boy, when I talk about Clive, everyone's gonna feel so bad for Aaron.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very sad. But
boy.
yeah, surprise! This is the Torian episode.
Yep.
Torian's back after a. Hold on, let me check our Death Battle time clock.
Oh gosh.
Okay. It's been
No.
5 years. Sorry, no. Yeah, 5 years. 4 years. I'm sorry.
I think we talked about it. It was like near 5 years you could count him working on Blade vs. Mikasa, but like for like him reading the animation, I think we think it was near a decade because of Ryujin.
Yeah, because well, no. So
Like,
Ryujin
starting with
was.
I was
Good.
because like starting with Optimus Gundam, he was more like in the background for the Unreal.
Yeah, he was more of a consultant than anything. He wasn't an animator. He was so yes, if we're just counting Ryu versus Jin, that was the last time he animated an episode. The future episodes, he was more of a support.
He's led a few since then.
Yeah.
He was the lead on Blade vs. Mikasa. He was the big lead on Red vs. Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so it's been a
But
long time.
yeah,
for
the
Torian.
point is, it's been a hot minute. Torian's been a busy boy.
Yep.
Family Life and Respawn Studios.
Yup.
Yeah. Yep. He's hit the big
bro.
leap.
Brother went on to work on
Technically.
freaking Star Wars. Like, I'm not
Yep.
jealous.
Nah, not at all. What are you talking about?
It's the only reason Richard bought the game.
No, the reason I bought the game is because Cal Kestis is a cool character.
Well, there you
I
go.
tried to make it funny. I
I
failed.
mean, I'm
It's
sure
okay.
I'm sure Torian didn't hurt.
No,
but
No, Torian didn't hurt. I mean,
but yeah, no, kind of. I don't know, it feels like a nice reunion to have because if if you've been with Death Battle for any period from like seasons like 2 onward, like he was a big player in the show for a while,
Yeah.
and like
he
helmed
was
some of the show's favorite episodes, including one that actually features Dante. Funny that.
Yeah, it's kind of actually
interesting.
it's funny because that's actually kind of the reason that he chose this. Well, for one, I should say this was all his idea.
Yeah,
So there's that. But he would
this
have
is
went
Torian coded as hell.
his mindset was like, well, one of my favorite episodes that I worked on was Dante versus Bayonetta. So let's just do Dante again. And they were like, all right.
Yeah, no, he's not underselling that pitch at all, Torian, because a lot of people just assumed that when Luis, Ismahawk, and Torian were announced to have their own tiers and their own episodes, a lot of us made the assumption that they were just. Well, okay, one of them was accurate, but the remaining two, we just assumed that, Death Battle would just pick the episodes and the remaining 2 collaborators would just do it. No, it was the remaining 2 collaborators that got to pick the episodes, and then Death Battle was like, all right, go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, might as well choose something they're passionate about. So
Yeah. And oh my God, does the passion show?
Yeah, no, because we were kind of burying the needle because as we're recording this, we just saw the preview. Torian's not the only one working on this episode.
No, true.
Yeah.
Motherfucker got a whole team for this episode.
Yeah. Now, currently, the only one we know of is Joe Vick, which that should be a good thing for anybody who knows that name. But to those who don't, he's the guy that willed Lucario versus Blaziken into existence.
a very solid DVX.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't. Well, one of the best DVXs. Don't forget Benji.
Okay, well, yeah, that's close.
Anyway, but point system.
Yeah. But we also know, there's probably going to be way more than that. And Ben mentioned he got a few of the Ruby animators for this. So yeah.
Which is ironic.
We got a stacked team here today, ladies and gentlemen. And it shows.
Yep.
It really, really goddamn shows. The preview we got is only like it's only like
30 seconds.
30 seconds long, yeah. But it's peak. I don't know what you want from us. It's peak.
We were talking about it off camera. The details in this episode are probably going to be Galactus versus Unicron levels because you already have coat rigging, you have the hair actually moving and looking sweet. The backgrounds look pretty good, and the effects look fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I don't know what else you want us to say, but Torian's back and he's cooking.
Yeah.
So, with Torian getting the Ruby team and obviously Joe Vick coming back, does this mean technically it might be the first time we've gone back to Unreal Engine?
Technically, I can say yes, because the last time we had Unreal Engine used in a death battle was Harley Quinn versus Jinx, because that was both the Blender team and the Rooster Teeth team using, actually, no. I think it's longer than that, because, the Harley Quinn versus Jinx was a combination of Maya and Blender, so never mind. Retract.
I think a lot of the, maybe more so the like pre-2025 episodes. I think pretty much all of them use Unreal Engine in some way.
Yeah, I mean, but it wouldn't surprise me because okay, Torian doesn't work with. So okay, just so people who forgot, it has been a minute. Torian is not a Blender or an SFM animator. Those aren't the programs he uses for his animations. Torian always used Maya for his animations, and then later on, he had access to Unreal Engine, probably because the team at Respawn did him a favor and let him have access to that program. So yeah, I don't know. I'm speechless. I'm very stupefied at this preview and how amazing it looks. Like the team even joked about it, saying, "Oh, this isn't animated by anybody. This is just a lost cutscene from Final Fantasy 16 crossing over with Devil May Cry."
I mean, considering what the final line of that preview was.
Yeah.
Would not surprise me.
Featuring Dante from Devil May Cry.
Hey, I guess it makes up for the old thumbnail for Clive's preview with Dante just, behind him pointing a gun at his head.
Yeah, that was not a good one. They've since gone back and changed it.
I know.
Oh, it was funny. Shut up.
It was funny, but it's like, bruh.
Clive can't even get his own preview thumbnail. Gosh dang it.
He's that much of a who.
Man.
The algorithm does not like Clive at all.
Well, hopefully this episode will change that. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, who knows?
On that note, please go and buy Final Fantasy 16 because holy crap, it's a great fucking game.
It is really damn good.
If you love Devil May Cry 5, you really have no excuse not to love Final Fantasy 16. It's practically cut from the same cloth.
You can thank Ryoto Suzuki for that. Part of it, anyway.
I was gonna say that's
same lead combat designer.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's almost like that's part of the reason this match is a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not the only reason. Don't get me wrong, but you know.
Dude actually weighed in on this match, but we're not going to talk about that because it don't matter.
Exactly.
Also, it's kind of funny. I just thought about something. This is technically Torian's second time working on a Devil May Cry and Final Fantasy matchup.
I was wondering if you'd notice that. Yep.
I did, yes. And
y'all forget Virgil Sephiroth because
Oh yay, wall level Virgil.
Yeah, wall level Virgil. Talk about talk about somebody who's in desperate need of a run back.
Yeah.
Watch, we're gonna get Virgil next before we get Nero. God damn it.
We're never getting Nero on the show. God damn it.
He's dead.
No, we are not. Like, not unless Devil May Cry 6 comes out and Nero actually does something more badass. I mean, we're never getting Hellboy on this show either. I'm gonna be real. No matter how much I want it.
One day. One day. No, you gotta believe, Richard. You gotta believe. I mean, honestly, I will say I am kind of surprised we're getting a Dante run back before a Virgil run back because I feel like I've heard a lot more for a Virgil. I'm not
that surprised actually.
Yeah, I mean,
Dante's still like the main guy. So
he is the main guy. Yes, I mean, okay, and it does help that I think this episode we talk about algorithm. I think this episode's going to do way better than Blade vs. Buffy, and because Dante just had a Netflix series come out. Yeah. Interestingly enough, Nero himself voices Dante.
And with season 2 coming out pretty soon too.
But I was also just surprised. Looking back, it is kind of interesting that Virgil versus Sephiroth wasn't on the rematch bowl because then how funny would it have been if they were like, "Hey, Torian, do you want to do Virgil versus Sephiroth again?" Yeah, why not? I'll do it. I mean,
I think they said something like they want to wait till like FF7 finishes releasing their thing.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've heard something similar. Yeah.
I mean, makes
Yeah.
sense because yeah.
maybe this time Virgil will go from being wall level to building level.
Yeah,
I was
God.
gonna make
Shut
that
up.
joke. You and I are on the same wavelength.
Goodness.
What an upgrade for Virgil.
Yeah.
Man, y'all are not ready for the shit I'm bringing up for Dante.
No, because then we must ask collectively, how did Virgil get capped at wall level again? What?
Yeah, prepare for that. Prepare for a lot of that.
I will.
The research has come a very long way since season 4. Let's just say that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I mean, this is both true and not just the research, but also the animation. Because again, Torian's come a long way in terms of coat animation. Because again, remember when he was working with Virgil's coat?
So
I was
goofy.
about to say Balrogs.
No. Specifically Virgil, because again, Virgil's coat made him look like he had one too many demon donuts.
I'm your. Who are you? You're the spare. Why do you look like you've eaten a half dozen donuts in 5 minutes?
Shut up, man! I'm gonna kill you.
I mean, I can kind of understand the idea of like, because like I'm guessing he did that so it wouldn't be like constantly clipping through his legs or something, but it didn't work.
It did not help. Like if
it was clipping anyway.
yeah, no. Look, Virgil. It's time you divorce your old coat. I mean, look at how it makes you, sweetie. Is it really worth it? Does that coat love you like you think it does?
Virgil loves plastic chairs more. What are you talking about?
Devil Artemis reference. Nice.
My goodness.
Anyway,
So this episode's gonna be good.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
the main
it is.
it's
point.
gonna be
Yes,
really
it is.
good.
I'm very excited.
Me too.
Yeah.
Although one thing about the preview that I am very curious about, we didn't get any voice actor reveals.
That's true. We didn't.
For some reason, I don't know why. Exactly. I don't know if like. I mean, I'm letting them cook. Okay. I'm just wondering.
Like,
I don't know.
Like, I don't think it's any deeper than that. I mean, if it is deeper than that, then you know, I will own up to it. I was wrong, but
Didn't hear you. What did you say?
I don't think it's any deeper. Like, we didn't get any voice actor reveals, and I don't think it's any deeper than just we didn't.
Okay.
We can just look at how pretty it is instead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. I mean, I am hoping they get Dante's actor back. That would be cool.
Okay, get Stephen Fu back because he was
Yeah.
a Dante Bale. I like him.
Yeah,
He was good.
Yeah.
I mean, for Clive, I don't know who they could get. I mean, be nice if they could get Chris Guerrero to voice him. Dante's got that Chris Guerrero energy. Clive.
Well, bro, if Chris comes to voice Clive, congratulations on winning, first and foremost.
Man.
And that'd be the second time Chris voices a character I really like and they lose. This year alone.
I hope not. Honestly, like even be. Wow.
Especially given last episode.
My God. Chris needs a win, man. Chris Guerrero needs a win.
I mean, you know we'll be in trouble if they announce, Clive is voiced by Tom Shulk. And there it is.
Here's the funniest thing they could do. It's Philip Sacramento and Chris Guerrero. There you go.
Oh, no.
Someone will win. Damn
One of
it.
them's gonna win.
One of them has to win. I mean, no, it'd be funny. No, it'd be funny if they got Stephen Fu back and they got Chris Guerrero, and Chris Guerrero killed Stephen Fu.
My God.
Or watch. One of the Death Battle crew members is secretly hiding a good Clive impression under their belts.
Who knows? At this rate, it wouldn't surprise
Who
me.
knows? And who cares?
Clive will be portrayed by I'm sorry, not Xander Mobus, by Zach
Liam
Wilkins.
Swan.
By Liam.
Zach would be- Zach would be
Liam
a
Swan,
crazy
yes.
pull.
Yeah, I don't know,
my
man.
God.
I'm hedging my bets on Zach. Like Zach had a good Bowser impression hiding under him the whole time, so maybe he's got a good Clive voice.
Who knows?
Who knows? And who cares? Because we didn't get it. We didn't get the reveal, so we're not gonna bother with it.
It's true. I also am excited to see who's composing the track.
I mean, I feel like this has Brandon written all over it, honestly.
Okay, do it. Let them both do it.
Yeah, I was
we'll
gonna
go.
say bring back Airwolf Media because it's been a minute since they've done a Devil May Cry track.
Sure.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did the last one, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down for either or both. Screw it, honestly.
Or Casey Young, get Casey. You know, I mean, Brandon's got fucking connections out the wazoo, so you know, get Casey.
My gosh.
I think it was the dream though that people were like to get Victor on for a Devil May Cry track.
Yeah,
I was
That
gonna
is
say,
the
get-
dream. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the dream at least. Whether it'll come true, we won't know.
I'd be sick if it did.
So like
It would.
maybe Fridays when the premiere reminder goes up. Normally, or is it
Saturday.
Friday or Saturday?
Saturday, yeah.
Only time will tell.
We'll see.
Uh,
It's gonna be sick regardless because like Deep
Uh.
Devil May Cry and Final Fantasy like together for a fight track. Oh shit.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Favorite instrument.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right.
So do we have history with these characters, or is this our first time knowing of them?
I can say that for Clive. Like, I mean,
I knew of Clive.
yeah, Clive.
I do remember Clive. I remember seeing at a Game Awards show. I remember seeing a trailer for Final Fantasy 16 and thinking, "Oh crap, that looks awesome!" And I just forgot it came out.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw so many. I saw like during all of like the like gaming conventions or whatever, like Game Awards, Summer Games Fest or whatever, Gamescom. I was like, I saw a bunch of Final Fantasy 16 trailers, and then I never thought about it after finishing watching them.
I think part of it also for some people with Clive might be from Tekken, because he was
Yeah.
a guest character in that.
I was gonna say that helps him a lot, honestly.
It does.
I mean, that's cool in that
It-
game. So.
Yeah, no. He was the last person I ever expected to get into Tekken. I mean,
After Tekken 7 gave us Noctis, I'm like, okay.
well, that and they gave us. Oh my god, Morgan. Yeah, Morgan from Walking Dead.
Oh, Negan.
Negan?
Negan. My bad.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows what Tekken's doing? Yeah.
All right, so
Final Fantasy 16 is fantastic.
So what we're saying is when we get Tekken 9, we're gonna get a guest. One of the guest characters is gonna be whoever the hell is the protagonist of Final Fantasy 17.
Yep.
I will say now that I've now that I've actually dived into Clive and his game, this is Clive is actually a very tragic yet spirited character.
He reminds a lot of people of Cloud, minus the over edginess that Cloud has portrayed over some.
Yeah, no, like no this is gonna sound like a backhanded insult, but Clive actually knows when to turn down the broodiness and actually have fun. In other words, he has a sense of humor.
That's good.
and he gets extra points in being adorkable, because apparently the dude loves Camelot poetry, and just so happens that that's up my fucking alley. So anybody who loves Camelot and the Knights of the Round Tables gets extra brownie points for me. So yeah, go Clive, I'm rooting for you.
Wait.
Also, Doggo.
The dude likes poetry?
Yeah.
So why isn't Virgil here again?
That's a good point. Like, no, again, it's just with context. Like, it turns out Clive used to, as a kid, he would play Camelot. He would play Camelot with his uncle, and he would actually recite the quotes and dialogue and poetry from a character that he loved to his uncle, and he would always make his uncle be the bad guy. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Why the hell isn't Virgil here again?
Yeah. I mean, maybe one day I'll get into Final Fantasy 16, but I'm not really a super big Final Fantasy fan to begin with. Really 16 stuck out to me because, hey, it looks like DMC5. Because, hey, look at that. It was made by someone who worked on DMC5. Smile.
Will say, yeah, I will say, if it does help, because Sean's already going to confirm this, reconfirm this for us anyway. Final Fantasy 14 takes place in its own alternate universe, as do all the games. So there's no baggage that you have to worry about lore-wise.
I knew that. Yeah, although pretty much all the Final Fantasies have nothing to do with each other.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew that.
It's a series with an actual understandable timeline.
But
that's so rare in this day and age.
And it was made by Square Enix? What? No, I'm kidding.
I know.
It's a Square Enix game, so the games are going to be unnecessarily complicated. They have a complicated story in like their fighting games and their racing games. Like, of course, they're gonna have it in their main games. Yeah, it's Square Enix. Smile. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day. I mean, do we really need to talk about our history with Devil May Cry? Well, for one, hey, we got 2 episodes already, so...
Fun confession, I didn't know Dante from Devil May Cry.
Oh, really?
My first introduction was Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where my brother kicked my ass with Dante.
Wow.
I was bad at the game when I first played it.
So your first experience with Dante was a bad one, Joy.
Yeah.
It was a decent 3, to be fair.
Yeah.
That game's fun. So,
it is a fun game. It is a fun game. Yeah, you're right.
And then with Dante's original episode, it actually did come out on my brother's birthday. And oh gee, I wonder who my brother hoped would win that one.
Wow. Uncle's the mine. That's fun.
It was like, this is the second best birthday gift I can ask for.
There you go. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's Dante. Like, what more needs to be said about Dante? Let's be honest here.
Yeah,
I agree.
Even if you haven't played his games or anything, like, he's just a badass. He's cool.
Yeah.
He has cool weapons.
I will say, I'll go more into it later, but I know a lot of people look at Dante as, like, you know, the funny Wahoo pizza fun-loving guy. Yeah, and that's, you know, that's fair, and there's obviously a lot of charm to that. But I think you might be a little surprised at just how tragic Dante's life is. Like, I'm not trying to make it like a competition, you know, I'm not saying his wife is worse than Clive's, but, it's just kind of funny, because, like, there's a scene in DMC 5 when Virgil's, like, contemplating, you know, like, if their positions were switched when their mother died, would they basically have swapped lives as well? And I'm like, brother, you don't want that. You don't want that. And granted, the reverse is even more so true. If you thought Dante's life sucked, holy shit. Virgil's life was a train wreck and a half. Yeah. And you can actually kind of see it in partly in DMC 1, and then you can see it in both the anime and in DMC 2. That Dante kind of suffered, like, well, at least he did. Dante kind of suffered from, like, depression. Because, like, well, I'll go more into it later. But yeah, a lot of Dante's, like, quips and chipper attitude hides kind of a broken man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I mean, I don't think everyone here has played a Devil May Cry game, but I think it's safe to say we're all fans of Dante.
Yeah.
I haven't played a Devil May Cry game. I did play DMC 1 and DMC 3 on the remastered collection back on my Xbox 360. I did play a little bit of Devil May Cry 4, and I did play the demo for Devil May Cry 5. So I've gone from each of them. I did see the anime. I haven't seen the new series because I'm told it's a bit mixed on whether if I'll like it or not. But yeah, I know who Dante is, and yeah, he seems cool. I like him.
Yeah, I want to play a Devil May Cry game eventually because they look really fun. But yeah, even as an outsider, I can appreciate Dante. Like, I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also pretend. I think we all pretend that DMC never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
What's DMC?
Yeah, exactly.
The reboot.
Gets it.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
You don't know what it is. We pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, for the better.
exactly.
I guess, like, to be fair, like, I never actually played it. But from what I've heard, the gameplay itself isn't even that bad. But
No, it's just. I believe it's just the yeah. It's literally like, okay, they make Virgil so unlikable in that game. Like it
kind of just sucks everywhere else.
Yeah, no, like especially that iconic scene where new Dante is at a carnival. A white wig that resembles his old counterpart's design flies on top of him. He looks in the mirror and he's like, "Not in a million years."
Yeah, great middle.
Because we were in that day and age, that old late 2010 era where Hollywood and loved to mock things that were quote unquote too cheesy and ridiculous for the reboot.
Yeah, it's funny because like apparently from what I remember, I think Dante's like design and attitude in DMC was made because like. The devs looked at the original Dante and like said like if he went to like a bar, he'd get like the shit kicked out of him, whereas like this Dante would like kick the shit out of everybody else. And I'm just sitting here like,
what?
Okay, but that's kind of why we like Dante though. Like he's a loser.
Yeah,
he's our loser.
Exactly.
He's a lovable loser.
It's like, I guess they thought like DMC Dante would be like the king of the bar or something, whereas like OG Dante would get the shit kicked out of him. It's like, well, first of all, they would try to kick the shit out of him, but also like that kind of attitude towards Dante is kind of why we like the guy. So it's like, hey, good on you for missing the entire reason why we like this character and just making him a punk.
Yeah.
They turned him into Nero without any of the good bits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And somehow
Yeah,
Versus is even worse, but we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, we can leave that in the past.
Yeah.
Goodness. So yeah, yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say real quick. I am looking forward to a run back on Dante. Even though I don't think any of us had a problem with his original analyses from season 3. I thought they did a good job covering the basics. But again, I do agree that maybe they could. Again, Brobuscus said it, so it would be fun for everyone to learn. Oh yeah, Dante's life kind of sucks, and he's kind of considered a loser, but he's a lovable loser.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bring the tissues for this episode, everyone.
Oh boy.
Well,
and now he's
they might not. I don't know.
Because oh boy, this stuff gets fucked up for both these two.
Yeah.
That's a great segue.
Yes,
indeed.
it is actually.
There you go.
Because we're just gonna dive right into it. Who we think is be winning this? That was fantastic English, by the way.
Yeah, I'm very curious how this is gonna go, honestly,
Yeah.
because I don't think I've really heard a solid consensus on this one, which is also a bit of a rarity for modern death battles nowadays.
Yeah.
So
it's quite
as
simple.
usual, it'll be Brobuscus and myself. Oh wait, nope. I just got this card that says I'm banned for talking about characters for the rest of the year. Okay, never mind. I'm out.
Okay.
Richard, you need a break after you repped Buffy.
Now watch the next episode completely make that age so poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah, surprise! It won't be me and Brobuscus this time.
Nope.
But you ain't getting rid of me because I'm still here.
Yep. I mean, it's Dante. What the hell did you expect?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you imagine it just like...
I didn't really go into it because obviously I didn't want to I'm not exactly subtle, but I also still kind of didn't want to give it away. But yeah, I'm kind of a big Devil May Cry fan. And by that I mean, for the sake of, okay, I guess I should, before I get too ahead of myself. Sean, hi, hello. You get
Hi.
Clive today.
Yes, sir.
But anyways, back to what I was saying.
Glad we got that all cleared up.
Yeah. So, to kind of show how big of a fan I am of this franchise, when this was announced, I played all 5 of the main games. None of the extra stories, to be fair, but all like the main stories of all 5 of the main games, I played them all in like a week and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's commitment.
Indeed.
I mean they're not super long games, to be fair. But still.
Bro was locked in.
I was oh my god, I was locked in. Yeah, this was a fight that I really wanted to make sure, because especially after the last episode, I really wanted to make sure I got this right, and I did good.
And this is why I've been extremely nervous looking forward to this, because I'm going against one of the best.
But yeah, now to note, there is quite a bit more to the Devil May Cry franchise than you might expect. Aside from the 5 games, there's a 6th game on mobile devices only that no one talks about. and also originally came out in China, and then the Chinese version of it got delisted, which kind of just goes to show how much people don't care about it.
Was it a gacha game?
I don't know, actually.
Because I think I told you I think Clive has something similar. Oddly enough.
I don't know if it was a
Oh,
gacha game, if I'm being honest with you. I literally don't know anything about it. Aside from the fact that, from what I've heard, it is a non-canon alternate universe where it takes place after DMC3, and yet DMC3 Dante meets Nero when that's like literally impossible. And yeah, it was kind of a mess. So we were like, yeah, no.
To quote Boomstick from Cole vs. Alex, well, that just happened.
Okay,
Wrote
full
this
game.
shit?
I looked it up just out of curiosity. The game is called Devil May Cry Peak of Combat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool name.
Yeah,
yeah.
from
Yes.
what I've heard, it's a really shitty game.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I'm looking at gameplay for it right now. It doesn't look that bad. It looks like it manages to capture the mechanics of the console games, but just, on a mobile screen.
Yeah. I just know it has some very infamous
Yeah,
infamous shit
let's
involving
just,
verses.
Nope. Let's just not.
Yeah, okay. Let's just not.
And
Yeah,
that-
I mentioned it,
that's
and that's
enough
it.
out of you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like, I
yep.
know what you're about to say. Let's just not.
I'm gonna live it for the rest.
We're
Don't worry.
We're moving on past that. Okay, that happened a while ago.
Yeah.
It's over. It was a mistake.
Yeah.
And we're done.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah. No, you're good. It's just I know people are gonna make jokes about it. It's like, come on, we all like Devil May Cry here. Let's be nice, okay?
Yeah. I was gonna say honest mistakes, but yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, and then aside from all that, there's 4 novels, which considering Buffy had 128 and Master Chief had 40, that's piece of cake. There's a 3-issue comic series. There's, I believe, there's a DMC3 manga, and then there's a DMC5 prequel novel called Visions of V.
Yeah.
Can you tell I never got the chance to read it? Okay. I guess the point I'm trying to make is that I didn't get to cover everything.
Yeah.
But
And that happens sometimes, especially considering other characters and whatnot that you have to try to counter.
yeah.
Exactly.
But to be fair, I got the bulk of it. Like if we get another Devil May Cry fight, I will be ready.
Yeah.
Like I've
Okay, you
covered
got
enough where I've covered enough where if I need to do it again, I will have everything. But then yeah, and then aside from all that, there's the 2 shows. One is very much inexplicably canon. The other is not. I watched it anyway. I took notes on it anyway. Really, just because like it's not super out there. At least like Dante himself. Like I think most of what Dante pulls off in the Netflix show. This is the Netflix show I'm talking about. Most of what Dante pulls off there, he probably either has or can pull off in the games. So I think it's fine. I watched it just to be sure. I think it's alright. It doesn't do much anyway. But
Fair enough.
But the original anime is very much inexplicably canon. Like it takes place between 1 and 2, and that's just it. And it was referenced in like 5. So yeah, we're good. So then there's all that, and then Clive has the 1 game.
But yeah, I was gonna say, or Sean, like, what did you look into for your for Clive, if I may ask?
So it was mostly FF16 because there are a couple iterations that Clive has been in. I had to clarify with Brobuscus on them. Specifically, FF14, he was part of a collab in. So it's just like, I can't really count that because it's its own thing. he's not in Dissidia, and he was in something else. It is called Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, which, funny enough, is similar to that mobile game you were talking about.
Oh joy!
I think it was released in like 2018 or something, and I think Clive was part of it for him. But obviously, if you know Clive's story, it doesn't make sense, like how he's there and whatnot. It's a complicated mess.
Joy.
It's all good.
Sounds like Final Fantasy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, it was just primarily Final Fantasy 16.
Okay.
And the 2 DLCs, because the DLCs give him other powers.
Okay.
All right then.
Okay. So I will say before we get into it, so this is Dante versus Clive, so I'm going first. But I will say before I get super into it, so far, then keep note that I said so far. So far, this is probably the most fun I've had researching a character, at least since Dr. Eggman.
Nice.
Like, you owe it to yourselves. If you have not played Devil May Cry, please do it. I'm saying this, play all of them. I know people shit on 2. Just play through all of them.
His problem was just the difficulty in the American version. That was pretty much it.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Like, 2, it's not a good game. You know, before anyone misquotes me. But so many Devil May Cry fans treat it as like a sin against God or something. And it's like it's not.
It's the black sheep of the family.
Yeah, it's the black sheep. It really is. It's just boring. That's really all it is. It's just painfully boring. It doesn't really do anything worse than that. But I saw people say this was a long time ago. I haven't seen any claims about it since. But like I remember someone said like that they disliked 2 more than they disliked DMC. I'm like, you're freaking high.
That's the best one.
Like maybe as a game, sure, I can't comment on that. But as a Devil May Cry game, holy shit.
Jesus.
Like 2 is not good. Like again, I must stress, 2 is not a good game. Okay? Like I'm not like do not believe I'm saying otherwise. It is easily the worst game of the series. It's not that bad.
Fair enough.
But okay, now that I got that out of the way, also 5 is the best game. I don't think that's any debate anyway. Let's jump right into it. Y'all might want to sit down. This one's probably gonna take a minute.
Strap yourselves in, boys.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's rock.
You've heard it. You've heard of it, haven't you? The Legend of Sparta. Long ago, in ancient times, a demon rebelled against his own kind for the sake of the human race. With his sword, he shut the portal to the demonic realm and sealed the evil entity off from our human world. Afterward, the demon lived among humanity and married a woman named Eva. Together, the two had twin sons, but then Sparta disappeared one day and died. Learning this, Sparta's former demon emperor, Mundus, set his minions on his family, killing Eva and separating the two kids, both believing the other to be dead. After his mother's death, one of the kids ran to an underground city as a mercenary under the alias Tony Redgrave. There, he took on any paying hunting job and utilized, and subsequently broke, multiple weapons built by a legendary gunsmith named Nell Goldstein, who served as another mother figure to Tony. Unfortunately, at some point, Goldstein was killed by one of Tony's former colleagues, but before she died, she gave Tony a pair of pistols that he would wield without breaking them. Afterward, Tony renounced his alias, picked up a sword left behind by his father, and opened up a demon hunting shop called Devil May Cry, now embracing his given name as the legendary devil hunter, Dante. As a half-demon, Dante has shown incredible abilities. He's got superhuman strength, speed, and durability, able to stop a punch from a kaiju-sized statue, keep up with the lightning-fast Blitz demon, and shrug off a punch from a demon named Beowulf that embedded him into the ground. Dante's senses are so keen, he can counter sneak attacks. His elemental resistances are good enough to withstand frost demons that freeze at absolute zero, or Burial's flames that can vaporize people just by being near him. And of course, his regeneration is good enough to shrug off being shot or stabbed through the chest, which happens to him a lot. Another demon hybrid, Nero, regenerated from having his body melted into the Savior, losing all sense of who he was or what he fights for. But his demon physiology isn't the only thing that makes him a threat, as Dante can also switch between different styles, which changes up how he approaches fights. Dante can dash or teleport with Trickster style, pull off several weapon tricks with Swordmaster or Gunslinger style, slow down time with Quicksilver style, duplicate himself with Doppelganger style, or block and counter attacks with Royal Guard style. But being a demon hunter, Dante also needs the right weapons that can take down even the toughest of the Underworld's forces. And fortunately, Dante's got that and then some. Remember the guns I mentioned? Those are Dante's signature long-range weapons, Ebony and Ivory, a pair of pistols that can either fire rapid-fire shots faster than machine guns, or can charge up a superpowered shot. While Ebony specializes in long-range accuracy, Ivory specializes in less accurate but much faster rate of fire. These handguns have proven powerful enough to take down giant demons like Echidna in a single shot. But sometimes things require more close quarters combat, and that's where he busts out a sword left behind by Sparta, the Rebellion. This is a massive behemoth of a sword that can channel his demonic energy and launch it as a wave, be thrown like a boomerang, or even cut through space itself. But throughout his demon hunting career, Dante has picked up a metric ton of weapons called Devil Arms, manifestations of the soul of demons he's defeated. Agni and Rudra are swords that control fire and wind. Pandora is a briefcase that can transform into 666 different weapons. Balrog is a pair of gauntlets and greaves that increase his striking power and hit with fire. Nivan is an electric guitar that's literally electric. Lucifer is a backpack that generates an infinite amount of exploding demon blades. And King Cerberus is a shape-shifting weapon that can turn from icy nunchucks to electric Sansetsuken, we're going to go with that for pronunciation, to a fiery bow staff. Dante also has quite a few pickups as well. The amulet can give him a multitude of boosts, either to strength, speed, or resistances to fire and ice. The Bangle of Time stops time completely, and yellow or gold orbs can quickly revive Dante, even if he's been completely evaporated. With all these weapons and abilities, Dante has defeated several powerful enemies, such as the Sorcerer Arkham, a shadow demon that morphed into his own shadow, and even his long-lost brother, Virgil. This battle with Virgil was especially important because not only can his sword, Yamato, also cut through the fabric of space-time, but it's through their conflict where Dante awakened his true demonic power, letting him enter the Devil Trigger state, transforming him into his true devil form, and dramatically increasing his strength, speed, and healing power. He can even fly so fast that he crossed a large amount of space in seconds. Eventually, Dante would end up finding Mundus, the murderer of his mother, and face him down once and for all. And despite Mundus having the power to take over Virgil's mind and forcing Dante to kill him, or even creating a whole universe in only a few seconds, Dante used his old father's sword, the Devil Sword Sparta, to take Mundus down once and for all. Dante got his revenge, but all that did was make his life more empty. His family was all gone, and his half and half heritage made him an outcast among both man and devil. Combine that with his plummeting business, and Dante spiraled into a state of loneliness and depression, not helped by racking up huge debts to his friends or all the pizza shops and bars he ordered from. But after meeting the aforementioned Nero, who turned out to be the bastard child of his brother Virgil, Dante realized that he does have a family out there, and thus decided to enjoy life once again. Depressed or not, though, Dante continued to be an absolute monster in combat, taking on more demons just as powerful as the Demon King himself, like Argosax, Abigail, and Urizen, the demon half of the revived Virgil. And just like old times, Virgil forced Dante to awaken a new and more powerful energy hidden within. By impaling himself with the rebellion, Dante absorbed both it and the Sparta, merging man and devil together, unlocking the Sin Devil trigger. Not only does this grant a much larger boost in strength, speed, and healing, but Dante can use a technique known as the Judgment. By slowing down time itself, Dante makes multiple incredibly strong slashes before wrapping things up with a massive explosion, though this move does revert him back to normal. But with this new power also came a new weapon, one that shares both his name and his will, the Devil Sword Dante. This sword shares most of the abilities of both the Rebellion and the Sparta, but can also spawn several summoned energy blades for extra range and even defense. It's no wonder why demons fear this Slayer for hire, and if you just so happen to be on Dante's hit list, make peace to whatever god you pray to, because he will find you, and the last thing you'll hear is a single triumphant word. Jackpot.
Alrighty.
Very nice.
I believe
That's your best
you've won.
one.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Now, Mr. Sean, are you ready for your side?
Yeah, I am. Again, I'm still nervous because that was well done, and I should do my best.
All right. I believe in you.
You got this, Sean. Go. Just,
Yeah, you
do
got
your best, man.
Yeah,
All right.
just deep breath and go when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
To understand the tale of Clive Rossfield, we must go to Rosaria, a place ruled by Clive's mother and father. He, the Archduke of Rosaria, with his youngest brother, Joshua, at his side. The legends foretold that Clive was to inherit the dormant powers of the fire dormant Phoenix. Think of dormants a little bit like conduits in a sense. They inherit powers from the divinish-like beings. Phoenix, being the one of fire, sadly did not choose Clive, much to his mother's disapproval. Instead, it chose Joshua. And Josh was quite surprised at this. Despite that, Clive, being the older sibling that he was, vowed to protect him and, in a sense, be his shield. So thus Clive started training to become an even more of a swordsman and magic user. And one day, the Empire tried to start a war, and after seeing dear dad pass away, Josh transformed into the Phoenix. It's a giant fire bird, and it's sick. Though, when Clive tried to save Josh, in a sense, a second econ of fire appeared. This is unheard of. A lot of dormants and econs are supposed to be only one element, yet another one of fire showed up. The one they call Ifrit. Think of Ifrit and Phoenix kind of like the counterparts to each other in a sense. And after Ifrit and Phoenix's climactic battle, much of Rosaria was gone. But Clive lived. And you know who planned this whole war to begin with? The worst mother in Final Fantasy history. What a bitch. So she forced Clive to becoming a frontliner, and he spent over a decade doing so. One day, he had to fight the dormant of Shiva, who is the econ of ice. And guess what? It turned out to be his long-lost friend, Jill. It's also where Clive discovered that he can absorb other econs' powers. Again, they're like conduits. During his journey, he met up with everyone's favorite companion from that game, I assume, because I don't know people's personal rankings, Sid, who was the dormant of Ramu. And Ramu is an econ of thunder. he was a freedom fighter and asked Clive to join him. After a little bit of reluctance, Clive did so. They believe they can destroy certain crystals which were the source of the realm's powers. And along the way, they decide to go back to Phoenix Gate so Clive can get revenge on the person who summoned Ethan in the first place. However, other plot twist, it turned out to be Clive himself. You gotta imagine at this point Clive is extremely heartbroken. He feels that he was responsible for Rosaria, and especially what happened to Joshua. He felt that the death of his brother was his own fault. But despite that, Clive continued onwards. He wanted to prove that he could still make the world a better place, safe from the corrupt government. And along the way, oh, big surprise! Josh was turned out to be alive because of a deeper plot based off this big guy, Ultima. We'll get back to him later. Along the way, Clive had to fight other Econs with other elemental abilities. We talked about Chief already. It's Garuda, the one of wind. Ramu was given to Clive after, well, Sid perished. Very heartbroken indeed. There was also Titan, the one of Earth. And, well, DLCs count, so I don't know when you do DLCs in order, but we'll say, for the sake of continuity, eventually he would get Leviathan, a Econ of water. And, y'all remember Bahamut? He eventually fought Bahamut, won, and got the powers of Bahamut. As their journey pressed onwards, they eventually did encounter the being called Ultima. Ultima knew what Clive was capable of, and he said that he would be the perfect vessel for Clive. So much so, this doesn't make any sense why he did this. Ultima gave Clive a piece of his power. Because it makes sense to give your enemy a piece of you. Not the brightest. Eventually, during a confrontation with Ultima and his maximum, Ultimalis, Joshua perished again. Only this time, he trusted Clive with the Phoenix. And after a climactic battle in another dimension created by Ultimate and the Ultimate's power, Clive eventually would defeat him and absorb the rest of Ultimate for himself. But not every tale has a happy ending. See, Clive knew that the way the world worked wasn't right. But with the powers of this, he shattered the Nexus, and with that, the source of all magic in the Final Fantasy universe. Clive was gone. Tales of magic throughout time were just a myth, a fairy tale even, of those who cared deeply for Clive, who knew that he went out a hero. And that's where I will end that. Obviously, I'll talk more about like the Econs themselves when we get into like the debate part because of what they can do and what the lore they've got is ridiculous.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't think there's really anything to say before getting into that. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
like that story of the game is tragic, incarnate.
Sounds really tragic. My goodness. Hooray for tragedy. All right. So, yeah, I don't know where you guys.
Live say yeah.
I hope I did okay though.
I did good. No, you did pretty good. Here, I did it for bro, so you got it as well.
I'll take it.
All right.
Okay, so the Econs. You might as well let us know what that's all about.
The Econs are basically beings of elemental might and power. Ifrit and Phoenix both relate to fire. Garuda's wind. Titan, Earth, Leviathan was water. Ultimus was like all of them. And there's two others that I didn't bring up. One being, well, I did bring up Bahamut, but there was an Econ of Darkness. His name, Odin.
Oh.
You think that would be the one of Thunder, but no, that was Ramu. And
Okay.
Odin was quite the pain in Clive's side for a while. It took him multiple tries to beat him, but he eventually did. Because Odin has bullshit. I'm gonna call him.
I tried.
So, Odin's weapon is stated to say, and I quote from the article about Odin inside the game, would have the potential to shake creation itself. How do you measure that?
Okay.
I can't. It's an actual quote from the game.
What the fuck?
I'm telling you, some of these aren't as simple as, oh yeah, this guy can throw around buildings. One Titan can shake the earth itself. And he can threaten all of creation.
Gee.
The Demon King creates a universe in seconds. Just like, poof, and there it is. Oh.
I mean, that's what Ultima did.
Oh, goodness.
And there's a lot of abilities that Clive has access to, and based off like the lore and everything in FF16, like they said in his analysis, he can potentially do that. Like the Shiva thing, that specifically is lore related. That it's possible for a dormant Shiva can freeze time. That is strictly lore related.
Okay.
And since Clive got Odin's sword, do you know what that does? It's called Zensekun. And it's Judgment Cut on steroids. Literally, there are 5 levels of this attack. All more dangerous than the last.
Can you tell that the 2 games were worked on by the same guy?
No.
Yeah, imagine it's just like, and there goes all your entire existence. Wait, what? Close his sword. Oops. Yeah, this is fascinating because with these econs and powers, Clive can just switch freely between them, like at will. And unlike other RPG games, these rely on cooldown rather than mana.
Sure.
Okay.
Gee.
Well, I guess right off the bat, any questions for the 2 of us?
Okay, so since I am only 12 hours into Final Fantasy 16, but I'm almost at the end of it, I guess my question is, for the both of you, who do you think has the better experience in terms of just combat overall?
How long has Dante been a mercenary? Has that ever been like stated?
The mercenary thing, I think he was a mercenary since like childhood, and then it kind of went into like until he was 17, and then he opened his own shop. And then there's like a decade or two between. I think there's like a decade or two between DMC 3, which is the first game of the timeline, and then DMC 5.
So I think they're kind of even in that aspect then, to answer Richard's question, because they've both been doing this for multiple decades.
Right.
Even outside of Clive becoming like, a frontliner and whatnot, he was still training before that, and also since childhood, because he was like the prodigy to become Phoenix.
Right. So I actually came across, maybe Sean can clarify, I came across my own revelation that if this were to just come down between who has the better sword skills, I would I would think that Clive has more experience with the blade than Dante, because Clive has been training in swordsmanship since he was being prepared to
Yeah, if we're
be the Phoenix.
With the blade,
we're talking, like-
sure. Okay, more experience
Yeah.
with swordsmanship, sure.
Yeah, but I was assuming your question was overall experience, so that's why I would
Yes,
say, like,
no, that is
so
still my
seasoned.
question. That is still my question that you answered. It's like, because as experience is always a factor. So, but since so rounding out Clive's experience, which is almost 20 years compared to Dante's, then yes, I think you both answered that. Both of them relatively have the same experience.
So you could convince me to concede on Clive potentially being more experienced. I will say I think Dante has a pretty solid lead when it comes to skill.
It's like,
Sean,
I
any
think-
counter to that?
I think if you're talking about the whole part of, like, since he has, like, different variety of weapons and stuff he can use, then yeah,
Well, not-
sure, you can
well,
go with
no,
that
not-
logic.
Not necessarily just that. Well, for one, for whatever reason, every time that Dante gets a new weapon, he's instantly a master with it.
Right.
Like anytime he gets it. Oh, well, okay. You could probably make an exception for. I didn't include it. I'm not going to include it. I'm not arguing for this. You can make the exception for Yamato, because Dante does get Yamato for a little bit.
Yes, before he passes it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Well, okay, for one, I don't think this even matters in the first place. But secondly, I'm just gonna go ahead and say right now, I don't think Dante is getting Yamato. Dante had that for. It was really kind of just weird that he got it in his first episode.
I mean, that was probably just a Torian choice to have it, just like with Ryan only
Yeah.
using a sword. So
Maybe. But here's what Dante does with Yamato once he gets it. So he cuts down a giant it's called a Hellgate. It's like a giant monolith, basically.
Right.
He cuts it away from like hundreds of meters away. It was super cool. Yamato's busted, in case you couldn't tell. And then he fights the Savior, and then he jams Yamato into the Savior and gives it to Nero. And then once the Savior is defeated, Dante says, "You know what, Nero? You keep it." So Dante had Yamato for being generous, probably about a half hour. He really didn't have it for very long. However, I really don't like. So this is a weird debate for whatever reason. I'm getting sidetracked, I know, but I have to get this off my chest. It's kind of a weird debate for Dante to be given Yamato in the first place. One, because he really shouldn't. It's not his.
Right.
But also, Rebellion. Both Rebellion and the Sparta can also cut through space. And then the Devil Sword Dante, it's a combination of both of those swords.
Mm-hmm.
So realistically, it should have that effect as well. And the fact that it can clash with Yamato and not get sliced into ribbons, yeah. No, Dante's probably not getting Yamato, but at the same time, it really doesn't matter.
No. Okay. Well, that actually, I don't know if you're gonna ask this question, ZDogg. But my next question is,
Well, okay,
Sean.
Hold on. Can I backtrack?
Go ahead.
I got sidetracked.
No. Yeah. No. I'm sorry. I'm just setting it out, and I'll come back to it. No, you go. Please go.
I want to talk more about skill.
Yes. No. Please.
Just in general as a fighter. So I didn't mention this. My opening statement is long as is. So there was some stuff
No, it's
that
all right.
I couldn't cover, but this I really this one I completely forgot about, and I really should have had it in there. But in the DMC2 novel, Dante fights a guy named Chen, and Chen was amped up by this demonic artifact called the Beast Heads. And what they do is they literally just tell the future.
Okay.
And so the way Chen fought Dante was that he would basically read Dante's movements before Dante ever thought, yeah, this is the move I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a downward slash. He already knew that before I even thought about it. And then Dante wins in the end. Like, just, yeah, he won. Like, there's nothing to it other than that. He won.
Okay.
His senses are just insane. Like, just in general, sneak attacks, don't bother. You're not sneaking up on Dante. Like, he outpaced the guy who could see the future.
That's relatively fast. Okay.
So, yeah, like I said, I think I could back off and maybe saying maybe Clive is more experienced. I would say Dante is more skilled just as a fighter.
Well,
Okay. You have a rebuttal, Sean.
Clive has always become a master of whatever icon he gets, which is weird, but it's RPGs. Hey, it's bullshit. Plus, he's kept up with people who have years and even more like skills and all that, and he's done that sometimes even without transforming. So I definitely think Clive could keep up with Dante's skill.
Okay. So okay. Well, then, in that regard, then, so to add on to, would you like to use an example of that? Because the best example I can think of when it comes to Clive being adaptable, very much like Dante is his fight with Titan Hugo. Do you have any other examples of Clive's skill?
Odin.
Okay, Odin.
So he had, and it took him multiple tries to beat Odin. I can understand that. He's kept up with Odin, who is one of the scariest boss fights in this game, with the potential to shake creation itself with his signature blade, and the same blade that split apart the sea in like a single instance, and also can slip in between dimensional rifts. So
Okay.
yes.
So this sword can shake apart. When you say creation, are you talking about the entire universe, the multiverse?
All of creation, it's been stated.
All of creation.
FF15.
So anything.
Yes.
So the concept of creation, it can shake.
Yeah, how do you even measure that? I don't know.
Okay.
Joy.
And that is insane. Okay. Okay, well then my next question, before ZDogg, I'll let you tag in. My next question, and this is an interesting one. Sean, do you think Clive's arsenal can match Dante's versatility? Because that's the main thing.
Oh.
Dante has a lot of weapons, and Bro just displayed most of the iconic ones, but there's a bunch more.
Yeah, there's a lot more.
So, Dante has the versatility with quantity, but there are abilities Clive has that can just be like, oh, that's a projectile? Goodbye. Like with Heat Wave, this is one of Phoenix's things. If anything hits that wall, guess what? It's gone. Oh, and if it's magic, if it's anything magic related, it amplifies its power. Like, if Dante has any ranged projectiles that are either magic or bullet based, they're pretty much instantly gone.
Okay.
One move.
Does Dante have anything? I don't think Dante has. Yeah, anything.
I don't think so. So it's a little weird. So,
It is just there.
It is weird because the Devil May Cry games kind of they label the Devil Trigger gauge as like magic, as like draining magic.
No.
I don't know how much faith I want to put into that though, because like it's
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I know magic is like, you know, just something that just in general is just impossible to understand. But like Dante's energy is it's demon magic, or it's demon energy basically.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Again, I don't know. It's a little weird.
And yeah, so like anything like ballistic base or magic base projectile wise, Clive does have a counter to that in just
Okay.
one move of Heat Wave.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Ballistic. What do you mean?
Bullets aren't they count?
Yeah,
ballistic?
literally Dante's main
bullets,
method of
okay.
attack is by shooting.
Yeah.
So what
Ballistic-
Sean is saying is that Ebony and Ivory are basically useless against Clive. They're dead weight, is what he's saying.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
What about
I-
go ahead, ZDogg. I'm sorry.
I do want to ask because I know. I mean, I feel like Quicksilver, like the time slowing. But John, didn't you mention something about like Clive also has something like that?
Yes, this was specifically Shiva. A dormant of Shiva with the max power could freeze time itself.
Okay, so I was gonna say, I'm wondering like would that make him immune to Quicksilver or yeah?
Theoretically, yes, but that's not the only way Clive can slow down time, really.
Oh,
Odin
really?
also
He has
had-
multiple ways?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Odin, again.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Odin.
Boss fight you
Okay.
need-
Okay.
The boss fight you need to get to, Richard.
Yes. Okay. Fair enough.
Let's back up. I don't think just having like the ability to slow down time means you're immune to
Okay, no.
someone else. Like, okay, cool.
I think it's a case of...
Because okay, cool.
I think
Clive
it's
has abilities to slow down or stop time. Cool. That doesn't necessarily mean he himself is resistant to that kind of stuff.
I think they might make a case of them canceling each other out.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. It sounds like this is almost a cancel situation where, okay, Dante's like, okay, I use Quicksilver. I'm sorry if I'm making it sound like he's a fucking Pokemon trainer. I use Quicksilver. Okay, Clive, I see your Quicksilver, and I counter with my own time ability.
And I raise you with a Shiva.
Well, okay.
Yeah, there you go. I raise you with a Shiva and Odin. So it kind of sounds like to me nobody's going to have the advantage when it comes to stopping time because that's basically
in general, no. What I'm saying
a cancel.
What I'm saying is whoever's stopping time, the other is getting affected. Like it's not like
yeah, it's because Dante is not immune to time stopping himself either.
Which is weird because Virgil is.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, Virgil's.
Okay.
That's something
I feel like a genetic thing.
That's something I don't understand. No, it can't be because like. If it's genetic, then Dante should be immune too.
Like dominant gene or like lesser dominant gene. You know what I mean? It's like one of those. Like it's a trait.
I guess, but like they're literally twins. That's the thing that's the thing that bothers me.
No, that's fair.
They have the exact same like biology, and they're literally twins. Like I don't quite understand why Virgil should like. I mean, I don't know. I don't quite understand why Virgil's immune to time bullshit when Dante isn't. Then again, I guess that's not really something that's ever really been. I guess it's never really been said that Dante isn't immune to that kind of stuff. It's just in gameplay he's affected by stuff.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, bare minimum. Okay, best case scenario, whoever's faster could probably get a time stop off first and get.
Okay.
Well. Advantage of that. Worst case scenario, they're canceling each other out. So neither. Of them
Okay. Well, that's actually that's a good segue.
Yeah, go on. I'll say mine.
You go.
I was gonna say I want to make sure I double check. Does Clive have any sort of like healing, like a healing factor, or just healing abilities?
He has ways to heal in items, and he has healing abilities, not like a passive regen.
Okay, so is it like if he loses a limb, he can just regrow that limb?
Well, with Ifrit, yeah.
Ifrit can heal lost body parts.
So yeah, I guess that's a good question. What exactly?
Actually, no, wait. I know. Okay, hold on. I just remembered. Okay, he's right. Because a Titan can regrow body parts because earlier when Clive fought Hugo for the first time, Clive was able to get the no pun intended upper hand on Hugo and cut off his hands. And when Hugo and him battle again in their Titan forms, Hugo's Titan is able to regrow Hugo's hands back to normal in their second fight. I'm assuming that's how I read that right. So if Dante were to hypothetically chop off one of Clive's limbs, Ifrit could just regrow them.
Okay.
And this carries over into their base forms, because when Hugo was finally beaten, he had both his hands when he was turned to stone.
Okay, well, I hear that and I raise you. Nero does the same thing.
Yeah, like
But can Dante do it?
If Nero
I
can,
think-
yeah.
I was gonna say, like, we could apply that also Titan does the same thing, so it's fair to imply that Nero and Virgil, if they have that, it would be fair to give it to Dante.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
because also Nero is like is only like a quarter demon. Like, it's like his father is a half demon, his mother was human.
Right.
Meanwhile, for Dante, his mother was human, his father was full demon. So
Okay.
Dante just in general has more demonic energy to pull from and to utilize than Nero does. Now, I will say, I know people are gonna bring this up, but because yes, it took Nero ages for him to regrow his arm after Virgil ripped it off. But at the end of the game, Nero can like dissipate his arm and regrow it, because he still puts on his Devil Breaker arms by the end of the game, even though he grows a full human arm before his fight with Virgil.
Right.
So he's still able to basically put away his human arm and then regrow it when he needs it again.
Okay.
So I think Dante, should the situation
Theoretically.
should the situation call for it, I think Dante can do the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then also, a worst case scenario, like even if something were to happen where like Dante gets killed or something, he does have yellow or gold orbs that can bring him back.
Are those limited in nature?
So it's weird. So in most of the difficulties, no. But
Okay.
if you beat the hardest difficulty, I believe it's called Dante Must Die. If you beat that,
DMD.
if you beat that, you're given a mode that's called I think it's either Heaven or Hell or Hell and Hell or something like that. It's basically like a glorified easy mode, and the gold orbs are automatic, but you're only limited to 3. But when it comes to like what they can, when it comes to like what they regenerate from, one of the descriptions of, I don't remember which orb it is, but it basically it's described as like reviving lost souls.
Okay.
So, and in DMC 1, one of the enemies, I don't remember which one, but one of the enemies like basically evaporates Dante. Remember, DMC 1 was meant to be Resident Evil 4. So it's a little messed up. But and then these orbs can bring him back.
I was about to make the dumbest joke because of that comparison.
Go on.
So there's a dumb NPC named Ashley in that game?
There isn't, but go off.
That bitch.
Okay. I guess my question is, when it comes to just in general the healing, how good, like, what is the extent of Clive's healing? What's the best thing he's regenerated from?
I do think that Dante does take it as far as like healing and regen goes, because quality-wise, it's better. But he can grow his limbs back, obviously, and there's also Phoenix Rebirth, which allows him to completely heal himself while also evaporating all the enemies around him. Isn't that fun?
Okay,
that's
so
if Phoenix is active,
so he could theoretically. Okay, so let me paint the scenario out loud. Let's say Dante chops up all of his limbs, like he's basically got no legs, no arms, and when Clive enters the Phoenix Rebirth, He regrows his limbs, but the surrounding flames could theoretically disintegrate Dante? Could they hurt him in any way?
I think it would hurt Dante, yeah. 'Cause, like, I know Bro was talking about Dante's resistant to fire.
Yeah.
Guess who else was resistant to fire that Clive kicked the ass up? The fucking Leviathan! The econ of water!
Okay. So they're both
So
immune to fire.
Oh, just because you have fire resistance does not
yeah.
mean that Clive isn't going to hurt you a lot.
Fair.
Yeah, I wouldn't say immune, but they're it's really
they're
good.
resistant. Okay.
They're resistant, but it's really good. Like I said, so there's Burial. I mentioned Burial earlier, but in DMC 5 you fight King Cerberus, who is like he has 3 heads. One is ice, one is lightning, and the other is fire. The fire one said, like, verbatim, like, even Burial is weak compared to me.
Okay, so
and Dante fights him, kills him, and then gets the weapon out of it.
So it kind of sounds like Sean basically did concede that, okay, while Clive's healing abilities and his healing potions, because remember, Clive does have healing potions that could heal him from any basic damage, it sounds like Dante has, Dante, if we theoretically can scale him to Nero, he can regrow limbs potentially immediately, if not quicker than Clive, and he has limited ways to come back from being completely killed off.
Well, also, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I heard right, Clive's methods of healing aren't passive.
As far as I remember, they are not passive.
Okay. Meanwhile, Dante's is.
Yeah, that's why I would say Dante gets regen advantage.
Okay.
All right. I'm getting into the harder questions because speed was brought up earlier. Sean, bro, who's faster? Who would you say gets the speed advantage?
Well, I might be cheating a little bit, but because I'm also working on the G1 blog, so I talked with people who have been researching both sides of the coin here, and because I'm saying this, I probably should wait to upload this until that blog comes out. Whoops. Oh well.
Okay.
It'll probably come out Saturday.
Yeah. It seems like it's generally agreed Dante is at least slightly faster.
How slightly are we talking here? Because
I was gonna say Sean's like, okay, well, say your piece and then let Sean go.
Well, yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, Sean, go.
Well, I assume that Clive is massively faster than light, at bare minimum, considering he beat King Bahamut.
Yeah.
Yes, and isn't there an ability that Clive has? Because they did mention this in the Death Battle preview, which I always love to go back and refer to things. Doesn't Clive scale to being able to something that was able to cut the very fabric of his existence or something?
Oh yeah, that thing. I will get back to that later because fun fact about that specific thing, he did that in base form.
Base form. Okay. Well, again, what do you've got? Like, do you think, in your own opinion, do you agree with Dante taking the win in speed, or can you prove that somehow Clive actually equals to Dante in speed?
Well, I would say probably at least equal because of the whole Ultimus fight. And you compare in the Mundus, they both were making an expansive universe, or in FF16's case, dimension. It was ever expanding as they were fighting. So, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess it's worth noting for Dante. That feat happened in DMC 1. So this is Mundus basically making a universe. And it's described as a universe. There's some guidebooks or something. Like, I know people are gonna point to like Twitter bullshit. That's not what I'm doing here. But anyway, there's. I mean, you can look. We have a Virgil blog up that's been up for a little while that goes into it. We go into
Okay.
it way better than I would here. Um, but yes, it's legit, and yes, Dante would scale to it. But then also, Dante has gotten a lot stronger and faster since then, because that was pretty early on in his career. Since then he's fought, like I mentioned, the people I mentioned earlier: Argosax, Abigail, Urizen, both Argosax and Abigail were like directly stated to be as powerful as Mundus. Dante beats the absolute shit out of Argosax and then one-shots Abigail. And then he fights Urizen. Urizen kicks his ass, sure. And then Dante gets a Sin Devil trigger for him, and then proceeds to Uno reverse card the ass kicking.
Okay.
So Dante has insane levels of upscaling from when he fought Mundus.
Okay, and that, so what you're saying is, does that carry into his base form, like
Yes.
Clive?
Yes.
Okay, because...
So here's the thing. So Dante fought Mundus in like a Sparta-esque version of his Devil Trigger form. It's a little... I don't know exactly how to describe it. I think it comes from the Devil Sword. I could be wrong. But then for both Argosax and Abigail, he fights them in his base form.
Right.
He fights them without going... Well, okay. I guess you could make the argument that maybe he might have gone Devil Trigger against Argosax, because most of that fight is gameplay, to be fair. But against Abigail, at least, here's what happens in the Abigail fight. He gets tossed around a little bit, not really kind of just whatever about it. He gets stabbed a bunch, he gets shish kebabbed, and then he literally laughs it off, breaks the spikes that impale him, and then the two clash, and then Dante overpowers the clash and wins. It's a really short fight, and Dante's one attack that he pulled off is the one that won. And he did that without going Devil Trigger.
Okay. So you say, so you believe that Dante may be slightly faster. Would both of you be willing to conceive then that this could potentially be a case of, okay, both are fast, but one barely edges out, but that doesn't exactly mean that the other one isn't too slow enough to where they can't keep up?
I could see that.
I mean, okay. Yeah, okay. In general, yes, I'll agree. Just on a general level, I'm personally going to say Dante's faster, but I will concede that it's not a crazy high gap or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's not like EXE levels, Mega Man EXE level.
Yeah, I was going to say,
yeah.
Or more recent example, this isn't Bardock versus Omni-Man, where the gap in speed is just very large, to where one, with transformations added on top of it, one is just stuck perpetually at a small speed level, while the other one gets faster and faster with transformations and abilities.
Okay.
Yeah. However, I don't think you should write it off that quickly, because with a better speed, plus Dante probably having an edge in skill, plus the time stop abilities on top of that. It's not even just Quicksilver. There's the Bangle of Time as well that stops it completely.
Right, but
I was actually gonna ask, who do you guys think has the better time in stopping abilities? But it sounds like it might be even.
It sounds like it's even. What was that?
Clive.
Go on, Sean.
Clive, why is that?
Well, he can switch between his forms at will.
This is true, he can.
He does need a specific item to completely stop time.
He doesn't need a specific item.
Correct.
Okay. Well.
Okay, that's.
Go on. Continue, the floor's still yours.
And the fact that not just with gameplay and just like even the fight with Ultima, like Clive switches between these forms almost instantaneously. So it's like,
Okay.
oh, one method at a time stuff's fading out. Let me switch to the other, and then bam.
So he has more than one method of stopping time, whereas Dante only has one, which is
Dante
Quicksilver.
has a couple.
How many, specifically, off the top of your head?
I don't know if Judgment counts because it's for one specific move. If we're not counting that, there's two. There's the Quicksilver style, and then there's the Bangle of Time.
Okay, so
yeah.
Sean, remind us again, how many methods of stopping time does Clive have?
The reason I say Clive's is better is because, first of all, he doesn't need the specific item, and also the instant transition between his econs would allow him more reliable ways to stop time.
Okay.
Well, Quicksilver style isn't an item, to be fair.
Right.
So like, I wouldn't say Dante necessarily needs an item either. Granted, the Bangle of Time, that is an item, yeah. But and then when it
But
comes
you're
to,
saying he doesn't need it.
he doesn't need it.
Okay, well, real quick, but like, what is better in your what is better, the Bangle of Time or Quicksilver? What is his go-to?
His go-to is Quicksilver. But
Okay.
the better one is probably Bangle of Time, because that one stops it completely, whereas
Okay.
Quicksilver kind of like slows it to a crawl.
Okay.
Basically like
It
compare,
also sounds like
compare like Shadow's Chaos Control to Dio's Time Stop.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Go ahead, Sean.
so. It sounds like, theoretically speaking, Clive still has that because they're both methods to stop time, not slow down time. Stop time.
But completely.
Okay, fair. Here's my thing though.
Because okay.
Um,
Yeah, go ahead.
like I'm sorry. I know you're trying to get all your questions out, but
No, go on.
From what you've told me, Clive has not shown any immunity or resistance to time-based abilities. Like I said, we were basically agreeing they would basically cancel each other out. I think, however, if Dante is slightly faster, he's more likely to get it off first. Like if it was in like a quick draw, basically.
Would you agree to that, Sean?
Well, considering I don't think Dante's faster, no, obviously.
Okay, you don't think. Okay. Because both of you are doing a great job so far, but let me just say this. ZDogg, I don't know if you want to agree with this or not. It kind of sounds like to me that this is going to be this is a case of both of them are just dang near equal in speed, that giving one the edge is just basically it's essentially like trying to find a needle in a haystack, and you're just barely able to find. Because again, if Dante is slightly faster, again going back to the gap, I really don't think that's gonna matter too much, because Sean's brought up beats that really in his own, and he doesn't believe that Dante is faster. So just from how you're both explaining it, it kind of sounds like to me that I'm kind of leading towards this being a tie in speed, because I can't exactly pinpoint what makes either one more faster than the other.
I mean, I think,
ZDogg, what do you think?
I think Bro's point for having the slide edge is fair enough. So maybe, but I mean, it sounds like they're even enough. Like we said, that it's pretty. And if they have methods of completely freezing time in place,
yeah,
I think I don't know. It's making me slightly lean towards Dante, but I don't think it's that big of a so. But
It's a hard one. Like, this whole debate's complicated because, like, they seem to counter each other in pretty much almost every way.
Okay.
Keyword being almost.
Yeah, so are there any points you want to bring up? Because, there's one motherlode question that's going to make or break it for me and ZDogg that I do want to ask on who we're ultimately going to go for. And both of you really got to get on your tap dancing shoes for this question.
Great.
So, what's your next question then?
All right, if you want it.
Hit me with it.
All right. No, I'm hit both of you with it. Who's
Oh, boy.
got more power to kill each other?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm gonna be straightforward with you. I don't know. Okay. So Mundus, Abigail, Argosax, all of them. They're just straight universal. I'm just gonna say that right
Okay.
now.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is Void Mundus as well from, I believe I'm pretty sure it's the DMC2 novel. Where he, like, it's an alternate timeline Mundus, and he's basically collapsing like a merged version of both the human and demon world. And there are quite a few ways you could argue that both the human world and the demon world are two separate universes, basically.
Okay.
It's admittedly a little weird because, like, they realistically should be they both should be universal in size, and that would just make sense. But then there's also, like, they were like, part of the legend is that they were split off from each other. So I don't know. Either way, like, he himself is also a void, so that's hence the name. And then he's like considered like the heart of the demon world, and the nexus of its energies, basically.
Find nexus of the energy. What is that? Like
I don't,
the heart of creation of demons?
I don't know.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, and then Argosax is also his whole plan was to merge the two worlds together. So you could probably get some like low multiversal stuff out of that.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like well, Sean, feel free to chime. It sounds like that his feed, or what is it, Muhammad's feed of like devouring existence itself, or whatever.
Oh, that's not the craziest thing.
Yeah, because all right, Sean, you've got some pins that you've been wanting to take out. So go ahead.
So let's talk about this. Clive once fought a thing called Omega. This was the same fight that Clive didn't need his transformation in the canon and won. And Omega had an ability that allowed him to compress the dimensions. Not dimension, dimensions.
All of the dimensions in Clive's universe, you say?
Correct.
Okay.
And Clive beat him without transformations.
In his base form?
Correct.
Okay. ZDogg, go ahead.
Two questions, because one I don't know if you'll be able to answer, but I feel like needs to be stated anyway. Does this include Does this include just the universe of Final Fantasy 16, or does it include like the other universes of the other Final Fantasy games?
As far to take Ultimus's words into account, considering it was multiple parts of him, and they all do the same exact thing, there's multiversal aspect into the fact that Ultima absorbed all versions of himself, which is at least like 6 or 7 of them. So
This in different Final Fantasy games?
No, but each Ultima can do the same thing.
Okay,
and as stated in the game, these dimensions are, and I quote, a place beyond space and time.
Okay, so he's not just condensing. So what you're saying is he's not just condensing dimensions within the reality of Clive's universe. He's condensing dimensions outside of Clive's universe. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And Clive... Okay.
Clive beat Omega, and he beat the ultimate form of Ultimus and absorbed his power. So theoretically, going by lore, like we've established, he could do the same thing.
So you're saying Clive could have the ability to condense all of the dimensions?
Right, and again, with his ending, we've seen, like, theoretically, he can do that.
Okay.
Is this through power, or is there some, like, spatial hacks or something going on?
This is specifically so for Omega, it's straight up power. Ultima is a combination of a lot of things.
Okay, but power is one of them.
because I was gonna say this is sounding a little similar to Yamato.
Well, funny you say that.
But that's like described as like space hacks, basically.
Yeah, but
by the way,
it sounds like
okay. By the way, from what I've heard, I think both resist spatial hacks.
Yes, no, they do, but it sounds like what Sean is saying. So, okay, Sean did not put any emphasis on hacks. He specifically said power. So it sounds like when Clive fought Muhammad's power was so great that he could actually condense. So again, this is Muhammad's own power. He doesn't have an ability or a hack.
Richard.
Yes.
Richard.
Just a slight correction.
Okay, no, go ahead.
That was Omega.
I'm sorry, Omega. I'm sorry. Mind is mixed up. Because, again, I'm paying attention to what Sean's saying, and yeah, he didn't say anything about hacks, so what was your next question, ZDogg? I was going to tag it back to you.
I was going to ask, so he did that in his base form. One of those he did in his base form. How much of a power increase do his other transformations give him? Is there any...
So, let's go back to the fight with Ultimus. Ultimus had the exact same powers that Clive had. Clive kept up and surpassed Ultimus, eventually absorbing him.
Right.
He surpassed. Okay, did he pull like a Simon the Digger, and the more he fought him, the more the gap was getting closer and closer?
Pretty much, like they were both, because they both could do everything that the other could do, but Clive was just too strong for Ultimus to beat.
Okay, so as their fight progressed, Clive was equal, but he was getting stronger and stronger.
Right.
Okay.
Good to know.
Okay.
I have one
note.
Final trump card for whenever we want to talk about that for Clive.
Okay. Well, let's let Bro speak first.
I should.
Yeah,
note,
Bro. You got anything to counter it?
Well, okay. I don't think there's anything I can say that would put Dante on like above that level of power. I should note though that the whole Void Mundus thing that was also in base.
Yeah, you did say that.
That's right.
And then Abigail was also like one shot in base. So yeah. And before you ask, I actually have no idea what how much stronger Dante's Devil Trigger forms. Like I don't know any multiplier numbers. I'm gonna be real.
No, that's fair.
And then again, it's also like that was super uber early on in Dante's career. Dante's gotten a shit ton stronger since then. Also, something I completely forgot about. Rebellion had the ability to had sealing. Both Rebellion and Aberdeen Ivory have sealing.
Okay.
So for Aberdeen Ivory, this is from DMC 1. They shot Mundus and basically sealed him off back into the demon world. And then for Rebellion, this is in the anime, I believe. He basically stabs like a portal that a big demon is about to cross his way through. And then he stabs the demon and it closes the portal.
Okay. So you're saying Dante can seal people away?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Does
all right,
Clive
Sean.
have any sort of resistance to that?
There's a couple ways Clive can get out of that. First of all,
go ahead.
Rift Slip allows him to go like in between dimensions, so it's like, oh, where I am.
Oh, okay. So he can pull a? Okay, here. Let me make this question simple, so everyone can understand. Sean, can Clive pull a Virgil from Virgil versus Sephiroth and get out of it?
Essentially, yeah. Especially with the ending, it's implied that Clive did his final maneuver inside that dimension that he and Ultimus fought in. But from the ending credits, he's back to where he originally was before he died. So yes, he can get out of it.
Okay.
Okay, so Virgil, so you have enough evidence to support that if Dante were to try to seal Clive away, it wouldn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So Sean says he's got one final trump card. Bro, do you have one final trump card?
We'll see.
Okay.
So-
ZDogg, hold on. ZDogg, do you have any other questions before Sean gets to his trump card?
I guess I think of like, is there any? I was gonna ask about like any like hacksy abilities that could help either here. Like, is there like outside from the time stopping and the dimension cutting? Because I feel like those are pretty. We established those. Is there any other like weapons or whatnot for either side that could maybe help them, even if one is like even I may.
So
I'm wondering if like is there any like hacks that could also help them out here. I'm especially wondering that for Dante, especially if we're saying that he is weaker potentially, but for both sides if possible.
Real quick, how good is Clive's resistance to like freezing?
considering he has the Econ of Ice, pretty damn good.
Okay.
No,
he
that's
has-
fair. Like,
Okay, no, he has an ice weapon. Neat. Has he been frozen before?
I believe he's resisted being frozen in the Shiva fight.
How?
I do vaguely remember what he's referencing. Like,
How good is that? Like,
Considering
how
Shiva
close
can
is that?
freeze time itself, yeah, it's pretty damn good.
it's not. Yeah, so it sounds like it's not just your standard, ice freezing. No, what Sean is, I believe, saying is she doesn't just freeze things like, in an iceberg or fucking something like that. She literally can freeze time itself. So apparently Clive has resistance to being frozen in ice. That's what you're saying, Sean, right?
Pretty much. Even then, like, there's items that like, hey, no freezing. Bamp. Goodbye.
Okay.
Okay, good to know.
Okay.
All
All right, Sean, we've kept you waiting this long. ZDogg, do you have any last questions?
Well, I still didn't get.
I'm sorry. I thought you did. I'm sorry.
I didn't get an answer on the hacks thing. Well, maybe. I'm just wondering if like I'm trying to think if there's like any special like weapons or like is there anything like one can suck out the other's soul or whatnot or anything
Ooh,
like.
funny you should mention that. That's part of my trump card.
Oh well.
Okay, well then.
Then I guess go ahead.
So, considering that it has been described as demon magic, potentially, and also energy, Clive can absorb Dante. When he did it to Ultimus, Ultimus's body, powers, and soul were completely gone.
It's funny that you mentioned that because Nero cut out of that. Talking about how like, being like absorbed to the point of like not knowing who they are or whatever. Yeah, that's literally Nero getting absorbed by the Savior, and he cut out of that.
Okay, but so once again, we're using Nero scaling, but can just eliminating that just real quick because focusing on Dante, Brobuscus, yes or no, with all the games in the lore that you have access to, do you believe that Dante can do that?
Well, I don't know about that specifically, but when it comes to like soul-based stuff, Dante has resisted having his soul sucked from the Soul Eater,
Okay.
Anyway.
He's also able to withstand the beast heads that can do the same thing. Yeah, the beast heads, they like assimilate like mass and soul by like deconstructing them into magical energy, basically. And Dante was
Okay.
Dante was just like, nah.
Okay. Here, let me try it this way.
So
Can Dante resist Clive absorbing his abilities? Because Clive can do that. He can absorb people's abilities and skills. Does he have any counters to this?
Like nullifying power, basically.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
it's not
What are they?
nullifying, really.
Yeah.
It's more
Okay,
like-
Sean, go into it.
If Clive absorbed the powers and energy, basically. So, theoretically speaking, Clive can take Dante's soul and his powers and his energy away, meaning that Dante would be extremely weakened, and Clive would technically have access to all Dante's powers.
So
Giving
what you're
him a-
saying is okay. So what you're saying is Clive doesn't have to, because okay, I guess if I assumed what you were countering, bro, is correct. You're saying that if somebody, hypothetically, let's say somebody tried to suck out Dante's abilities, which included his soul, and he was left extremely vulnerable, you're saying Dante has resisted this,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
And if nothing else, Dante can bust out of it with Devil Trigger.
No.
Hell,
Okay, but
hell,
He might
any like power draining or whatever that will not have any effect on his Sin Devil Trigger form. And I know this because there's an enemy in 5 that does like this weird. They're called nobodies. They do like this weird dance move, and when they complete their dance, it drains your Devil Trigger gauge. I did test it. It still works on Devil Trigger even if you're in the form. So okay, fair enough. But
so wait.
hold
it can-
on,
it can-
I'm not
okay.
done, okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
let the man finish.
It does not. So the Devil Trigger gauge and the Sin Devil Trigger gauge are two completely different things. They're two different
Okay.
gauges. This dance, this nobody dance, not only does it not drain the Sin Devil Trigger gauge at all, but if you're in the form, you're still in the form when the dance is done. So even if Clive were to say like drain Dante's regular Devil Trigger, he still has his Sin Devil Trigger form, which is like that but way better.
But then okay, all right. So I just needed to be sure, and you did assure me. So that's why I was getting ready to ask a question. All right. So next question, Sean, can Clive absorb both Devil Triggers?
I could see him definitely absorbing them. The first one, he wouldn't have that much difficulty, especially if we're talking about how much of a gap in power there is between Clive and Dante, which, if I'm being honest, is quite massive.
Okay, yeah, you're right. So wait, so remind me, how does Clive usually absorb people's abilities? How does he need to do that?
It's with, like, touch, basically. He can just be like, oh, give me that. Like, he goes for, like, a feel, basically, and or just, like, has his hand over them and then just drains it.
So,
Wait,
but what if Dante? Okay, I'm sorry, ZDogg, you go.
Sorry. Yeah. Does he need?
No,
to weaken?
please go.
Does he need to weaken his opponent first to do that, or can he just do that with?
Technically, I know some people would assume yes, but no. Because remember when Ultima did the dumbest thing and gave Clive a piece of his power? Yeah, Clive can just absorb it and be like, thank you.
Okay.
But
Be
does
like, oh
Dante?
yeah, but Ultima gave it to him. Clive still absorbed it in a fully powered state.
Right, but okay. Can Clive absorb it if Dante touches him?
Not unless Clive has it active, pretty much.
He has to have it active. Oh wait,
Right.
no, I'm sorry. Attacked him. You said attacked him. I'm sorry.
Right. So he would have to get an opening, obviously,
Wait,
to
so it's
fully
not
use
passive?
it. Not passive, no. And another thing that could give Clive theoretically even more power, that was all about Limit Break. Limit Break in Final Fantasy 16 is just like, hey, here's a Power Wind speed boost. Here you go.
Okay. Okay, Brobuscus, real quick, remind me again. Does Devil Trigger have a time limit?
Yes, but it's weird.
Okay.
So by all accounts, yeah. Okay, I don't know if there's like a set. There's obviously a set time limit in game, but that's in game.
No, yeah, that's fair.
So the Sin Devil Trigger form, in general, Dante could probably be in that form for over like an hour. He flies to the he and Virgil fly to the demon world and then fight demons for over like an hour. All that takes over an hour, and then they cut down the Flyflot tree. He also, this is, I don't know, this is a weird thing. He has an ability called it's basically like quadruple S tier, basically, because like the way Devil May Cry works, then you rack up. Okay, ZDogg did not want to hear this explanation. That's okay. That's fair.
He's scared of quadruple S tier.
So
Yeah.
So the way combos work in Devil May Cry is you rack up combos, you rack up like you use different moves, and you rack up like a letter ranking, like a letter ranking tier, basically.
Yes.
It's basically like style points. So you obviously don't rack up anything if you use the same move over and over and over and over and over again. Basically, Devil May Cry doesn't want you to play boring.
Put on Devil May Cry.
Yeah. So the highest rank you can get is triple S tier, basically. So if you get that, and then you activate the Sin Devil Trigger form, he basically gets it in like short bursts without using up too much energy. I'm describing it the best way I can. I'm really not sure. And he uses this ability a lot during Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, because in there you play as Virgil, and the final boss is against Dante. And Dante uses this move a lot. I haven't fought him yet, but like I said, I've never played any of the special editions. But from what I hear, Dante don't mess around when you fight him. Granted, Virgil doesn't mess around either, but I digress. I really need to ask you guys what happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, what the hell were we talking about?
You were talking about the quadruple S tier and how you can use Shin Devil Trigger in bursts.
That's right.
At certain points.
Okay. Well, ignoring that ability because it's weird. Dante is generally shown to be in the form for over an hour.
Okay.
But there was never really any risk of it. Like, there's not really any risk to him being in the form for super long. It really just kind of boils down to like stamina, basically. But it's also like almost every time we've seen Dante exit the form, it's really for no other reason other than he just turned it off. So I don't think there's really like, I mean, obviously I don't want to go like, oh, there's no limit, because there obviously is. Like there's no, like I don't want to pull like a no limits fallacy here, but there's never really any shown like, yes, he can only be in this form for this amount of time. So yeah.
Okay. Sean,
right.
do you think Clive could outlast Dante in the Idrid form?
With Ifrit, yeah, because it's like they both can just choose when it ends. There's no like specific time limit, I believe, to Ifrit's form. Even then, like Clive has other forms as well that he just chooses to cancel out whenever. So it's just like, you could say like Dante could win because of the regen if it comes to a war of attrition, technically.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he has revival on top of that.
True.
And by
all
the
right.
way, the gold orbs, I don't think they regrow the I don't know if they regen the Sin Devil Trigger gauge, but they do regrow the normal one. So basically, if you use a gold orb, Dante's like brought back at basically like peak condition.
This is a toughie.
Okay.
Okay.
Sean, I'm sorry, ZDogg, any questions you want to ask?
I'm trying to think if there's any. I mean, I'm trying to think if there's anything. I mean, okay, I feel like we're also ignoring. So correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel like I've heard about this. There are there forms that make Clive just gigantic.
There's Ifrit, and Ifrit can combine with the Phoenix form to become Ifrit Risen.
Okay.
What's that?
So imagine taking Phoenix and Ifrit and combining them, making a giant flaming dragon.
Okay. What are the benefits of this form?
Obviously, more power and stat increases, but I think Limit Break also can apply to this form.
Okay. Any resistances to this form?
Well, it still has like the healing properties that we talked about with Ifrit. It also has the healing properties with the Heat Wave ability as well from Phoenix. So, and it's also just really good at resisting fire, like extremely.
Okay.
As a
Does it still carry the power that Clive has in his base form?
Technically yes, but technically no. Like Clive can access the Ifrit and Phoenix powers in Ifrit Risen, but not the other icons.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I feel like I heard about like some form of Clive being massive in comparison, so I was wondering.
To be fair,
Yeah, there's Ifrit and Ifrit Risen. Yeah.
Not that this necessarily helps my case, but when it comes to like possibly not being able to use certain abilities in full form, there's a good chance. Again, a chance. I'll get into what I mean in a second, but there's a good chance that Dante might not be able to use most of his devil arms. Most of his devil arms or styles when in Sin Devil Trigger form. Now I say chance because when you play as Virgil in DMC5 Special Edition, even in Sin Devil Trigger form, he's still able to use like Beowulf or Mirror Edge or basically all of his moves and weapons.
Okay.
It's just Dante hasn't shown the same thing. But
All right.
I don't know how much faith I want to put in that. Also, when it comes to fighting giants, that's.
I mean, I guess that's no stranger to Dante.
That's nothing new to Dante.
It's no stranger to either of them, really.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm paying attention to the time on this, so I guess. All right. Look, this is a make it or break it question. All right, Sean, can talk about Zeta Flare or that ability we talked about off camera. Can that hurt? Can Clive use it, and would it kill Dante?
Theoretically, yes, he can use it because of the lore, and obviously he gets all of Bahamut's powers. And considering it was going to disintegrate the entire world, potentially yes.
Wasn't it also
because
going
this
to?
Isn't fire. So if you want to pull out that card, this is pure light, not fire.
Okay, now correct me if I'm wrong, because again, a friend of mine said, and since you know more about the lore, I trust your judgment. Did this ability restart the Final Fantasy XIV universe or multiverse? Because that's what I was heard. That's what I was told.
I think if Bahamut has made an appearance in that specific world, technically, yes.
Well, okay, hold on.
If he hasn't, like the specific version Clive thought, obviously, because
Okay, yeah, that's
if
what
it's
I was
like-
gonna say.
yeah, if this is a completely different Bahamut in the FF14 lore, then no. It just depends on the detail of if it's the same Bahamut. If it is, then yes. If it isn't, then no.
Okay, has Final Fantasy 16 Bahamut used this? It's Zeta Flare, right?
Yes.
Okay, has 16 Bahamut used that?
Yeah. He's used Zeta Flare, and in Ifrit form, Clive was able to counter that.
Yes, because from memory serves, and from what my friend told me, and again, maybe Sean can clarify this, the Zeta Flare is supposed to be the most powerful thing in all of the Final Fantasy multiverse. It's an ability that only few characters can use in all of the Square Enix titles. And this includes Kingdom Hearts, which Donald Duck has access to.
Yeah, considering that this entire timeline still one timeline, the only time it's like ever separated is, as you said, FF14 really. Considering Clive has been able to take that and theoretically can use that same attack, yeah, that would completely annihilate Dante theoretically.
Can you see Death Battle giving him that?
I can, considering they gave him the other lores of the gods like Titan and Shiva.
Okay. ZDogg, do you have any other questions? Because at this point, we need to decide who we're going with.
I think everything's been laid out pretty well, and I think I have who I'm going for.
So, before you guys make your decisions, because we do this on lads,
sure.
GG's to Brobuscus. This was intense.
Yes.
You know,
Yes,
geez, good job to both of you. You guys put up
Yes,
a hell of a fight.
this is arguably this is going in the BrobusCast Hall of Fame of the best debate we've had on this show.
Throw it up with Gojo Makula and freaking. I was gonna say Bowser Eggman, but yeah.
I knew I was
Yeah.
in for a tough one, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, like I'm you all put in the work. You deserve so much respect. I am. This is probably my favorite debate we've ever had.
Thanks.
You are welcome. I'm glad you both. I'm again, Sean. You did, man. Don't undersell yourself. You were fucking
I was gonna
amazing.
say, Con, you did amazing. Good job. You.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. ZDogg, make your pick.
Alright. Well, I will say, based on this, I know it's the meme, but this sounds like an incredibly close fight, with both each other matching each other blow for blow in a lot of areas. But in the end, I think I am going to side with Clive, ultimately. Mostly because while they may be even in speed, or either even in speed or Dante has a clear advantage, I do think just the power, the overall strength advantage of Clive will be enough to get him the win. Plus, not to mention the burst. While he might not be as versatile as Dante, but I think with the abilities he does have, he definitely has a lot up his sleeve to help him get the win in here, especially. And also including stuff like freaking the healing abilities he has and freaking all the powers he gets from Ifrit. I think I will be siding with Clive here. But like I said, I honestly think this is honestly way closer than I expected this to be. So I'm happy about that. So either way, this is going to be good. It's going to be a close fight, but I'm going to side with Clive.
Okay.
I had a hard time picking which character I like. I love both these characters. Now that I have gotten into Final Fantasy 16, I do gotta say that Clive is probably one of, if not my favorite, Final Fantasy protagonists. And granted, I only know of the two. I do love Dante. Yeah, I know I'm a basic bitch. No, for real, Tifa. No, for real. I actually like Tifa or Barrett more than I do Cloud. I do love Dante, and again, I've got to say, Brobuscus and Sean, they brought all of their guns to this debate. Ultimately, though, I'm gonna go with ZDogg. I'm gonna root for Clive. I do think that I personally think that they're both even in speed. I know both of you made an argument for why you think either is faster, but I think they're both even in speed. I do agree that Dante probably has the better experience and the versatility, but not counting out Clive's experience in terms of his raw swordsmanship, and also the fact that the abilities and powers he has are more quality than quantity. Especially those that can counter and go blow for Dante's. But also, yeah, ZDogg hit the nail on the head. I think when it comes to overall power, I believe that Clive has got that in spades. Like, he's packing so much power, and then you add on the Zeta Flare and his battles with all of these other Titans that could literally pull some Gurren Lagann shit. I think that, yeah, Clive has got the power to take Dante out, even though, yes, both of you made a good argument for the region, but yeah, this is probably a Clive W for me, so I'm going to go with Clive as well.
All right.
Bro, where do you lie in this?
On a man, I imagine.
Who could Bro be going for?
I knew this was gonna be tough going into it.
Yeah.
I won't deny at least the possibility of Clive being stronger. And if that's like, I don't know if I totally agree that it's by that much of an insane degree. But either way, it would still be hard for Dante to get around that. However, I personally believe with stuff like, like I said, I personally believe Dante's faster, and then has like some insane movement speed on top of that. Plus with stuff like Quicksilver and the Bangle Time, I think all that plus Dante's versatility and skill, and with stuff like I mentioned stealing and he used rebellion to separate like a demon that was possessing a woman. Even though, like, he stabbed the woman, which stabbed the demon, but the woman was fine. I don't know, it's freaking weird. Don't ask me, it's weird.
That's an exorcism on steroids.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, he literally stabbed, like, so it was like a music demon or whatever. I don't ask. He was possessing a woman who was like a famous singer. He like stabbed her in the throat, but it stabbed the demon, and the woman was fine. So yeah, with all that, like, I think Dante does have at least a few ways to get around Clive's better strength. And this is also, like, with everything I mentioned for Dante, like I said, it is massive upscaling. Like, he has gotten a shit ton stronger since his fight with Mundus, and then has like Sin Devil Trigger on top of all of that. And then, like, worst case scenario, I know they're limited, but he does have yellow orbs and gold orbs that could revive him if worst comes to worst. So bare minimum, what's gonna happen is, like, say Dante gets like incinerated by one of Clive's fire attacks or something. This is a random example, right? The gold orbs are gonna bring him back, and he's gonna be like, okay, well, I gotta avoid that now. And then with all of his like speed and skill and time stopping and whatnot, I think Dante has enough ways to work around a potential strength disadvantage. on top of his speed advantage. So I think I'm still gonna side with Dante.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right.
All right, well, it's 2 for Clive, 1 for Dante. So I guess we'll see what happens this Sunday in what's probably going to be the most beautiful and epic death battle of the independent era so far.
So,
Not to say
I
that the
will-
other ones weren't epic enough, but this is... We're bringing back the GOAT.
There you go.
I will say
Sean.
I brought this up on Lads. 1 second. Microphone issue. I think
It's okay.
sometimes it'll mute itself, like the button that mutes will blink.
Oh, it's all good, man.
Gotta
So-
love technical difficulties.
I will
right.
respect that Dante does have some really good win conditions. I brought this up on Labs before. They are there, so people are just like, well, if Clive has like this a massive power gap, isn't that like a wash? No, Dante has legitimate ways and reasons that you could say he wins. And I really am looking forward to this episode as a whole, and I really do hope that people who have never seen these characters, well, specifically Clive, obviously, grow to enjoy Clive as much as Richard and even some members, other people I've seen as well.
Absolutely.
I'm sure they will.
I'm at least glad that either way, well, for one, both of us were able to put up a fight.
Yeah, no.
Look, you told me to come in swinging, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tired of coming in and either performing super horribly or getting stuck with, yeah, my character don't win.
Yeah, no.
Understandable.
I'm glad that we were able to find one that was a good middle ground for you.
So,
Of course, yes.
and then either way, regardless, well, it's just cool that Dante's back in general. And also, like, if he does lose, I know people will disagree about his last victory, but at the very least, it's still there.
Yeah.
I mean, he still beats Bayonetta today, in my opinion.
Yeah, no. Like, I
I will
mean,
hold my tongue on that.
Yeah, I will too.
that one's actually just as close as this matchup, so...
I'll hold my tongue on that one.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, again, I just, one more time, you both brought your fucking A game, and, again, I'm so happy that we got to participate, and we got to ask the questions, and you both were doing such a good job of making ZDogg and I just second guess, like, who are we gonna go for? We don't know. Like, again, this was great.
Oh,
It was.
I've been nervous the whole time leading up to this. I'm like, am I going to do a good enough job? Am I going to actually, stay competitive with Brobuscus? I genuinely don't know.
Nah, you are fine. You are
Either way, this episode's gonna be cool as shit. So
It really is.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to
is. This looks like it's gonna be. This could potentially be in my top 10, and I'm excited for that.
Of this year or of all time? Is the real question.
Of this year.
Okay.
I was gonna say it.
Yeah, no, sorry. There's only 2 matchups from this year that have made it into my top 10 of all time, and one of them is in the top 3. Has replaced my top 3.
Yeah, I imagine this video is getting extremely long as it is.
Yeah,
so I
Yeah.
do want to say
Probably
thank you. So again, thank you to the BrobusCast. Thank you guys for having me. First and foremost, I appreciate it.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're always
happy
welcome.
to have you on. And hey, you know what? Free plug. If you want to see Sean debate like this even more, in not just death battle matchups, but also all kinds of different wacky matchups, check out Lads Debate and Let's Discuss.
We
it's a
actually
fun time
are
over there.
recording the next episode very soon of that. Which is
Nice.
a lot of fun.
Nice. Yeah, so
Okay.
please go support that channel if you can and that show. shows, I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, well, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Between both of our segments, this is probably one of our longest episodes to date. Do I care?
What?
Only slightly. If you stuck around for the whole thing, what the hell are you doing? I'm sorry. I love you, but why?
Yeah. No. Also, real quick, thank you to our two guests, who I'm just going to call MT and Sean, for being on.
Oh, now I know who you got.
I said MT. I said
Anyways.
MT. Anyway, thank you all three of you for being on. This was amazing.
Yes, we appreciate having you all on. And hey, like I said, if any of you all want to come back, including you, Sean, just let us know. Yeah, we're happy to have y'all on.
Yeah, for sure. And with that being said, hope you enjoyed Blade vs Buffy. If you didn't, okay, Cole didn't ask. I'm kidding. I guess I technically did, right? Anyway.
Yeah. You did. You contradict yourself. Anyway.
Anyways, hope you're excited for Dante versus Clive.
We are.
If not, how?
Yeah. And then we're gonna go now. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.